Hello, and welcome to TeamS's SER 315 first project presentation. My name is Marian Sua, and I will be introducing our team's project. For this project, we chose the topic of education. Our team's goal is to design a better online education portal from the user perspectives of both the students and the faculty. In this video, we will present to you our design goals, the process techniques we have used up to this point. We will walk you through our first pencil sketch prototype, and we will share our plans for the next iteration of our project. The initial requirements for our design are first, more consistency across course layouts, to allow for easier navigation for students and professors. We would like more interactive elements to further engage students in course materials. For example, games, short quizzes, and a note-taking module. We would also like more functionality that facilitates communication between fellow students and faculty. For example, a comment section on lecture videos, the ability to note share with fellow students, live chat with students that are online at the same time, and more focused discussion boards. We would also like to design a more intuitive layout. This would make it easier to access and/or upload videos, games, quizzes, and other class elements. The final requirement is a more simplified design and landing page. For example, after the student user logs in, all they will see is their calendar with their most current course assignments and due dates, links to their current courses, any recent course announcements, and recent discussion board posts. Anything that is not needed immediately by the student is removed from the landing page. And now we will demonstrate for you our initial pencil prototype.
Hello, my name is Nathan Waitman, and I'm going to discuss with you our current prototype. This is the first prototype we've done for this project. We have not received any feedback beyond feedback within our own group. So for our second prototype, we plan to get a lot more feedback and to use this to create a better prototype. Now I'm going to demonstrate our pencil prototype that we've created, and I'm showing the HTML version to kind of show the click-through links that we have. For starters, we have the home page here where you can log in with your ID. Logging in takes you to your student home page, which gives you a snapshot of your announcements, your course list, this week in assignments, and latest discussion posts. You can click on a specific course and it takes you to that course page, which gives you a welcome page with a list of your assignments for the upcoming week. And then you can, on this bar to the left, you can go to the lesson specific page, which takes you to that lesson, gives you a lecture video along with a comment section and a note-taking app so you could take notes on that video and save them to your My Notes section. There's also an interactive game to learn the material, as well as assignment links and a quiz link. You can go up here to this bar to go to various parts of the portal here. You can go to your calendar, which gives you a snapshot of your assignments for the month. And then you can also view it here as a weekly assignment page, viewing your assignments for each specific week. And then for the day, this is for each day what assignments you have in each of your courses. And you could also go to your notes section, which takes you to this page, which is a list of your notes that you've taken in the class, and you're able to access them as well as share them with other students in the class. Up here there's a help section that takes you to the help page that can give you information you need if you need help. And then on the top bar, there's also ways to go back to your home page that takes you back to this student portal that you have, and then also ways to log out go back to the initial page. And there's links that take you through the course that way. And this is our first prototype. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sadai. I'm going to talk about process. We're introduced to two design and project management processes in the first couple of weeks. Engineering design process, also known as EDP, and user-centered design process, also known as UCD. Let's take a look at EDP. The definition for Wikipedia is, it is a decision-making process, often iterative, in which the basic sciences, mathematics, and engineering sciences are applied to convert resources optimally to meet a stated objective. Among the fundamental elements of the design process are the establishment of objectives and criteria, synthesis, analysis, construction, testing, and evaluation. Well, what about UCD? It's a framework of processes in which the needs, wants, and limitations of end users of a product, service, or process are given extensive attention at each stage of the design process. Both EDP and UCD are iterative processes. Project components are evaluated at every major step. At the end of iterations, users and stakeholders provide feedback that can then be used to improve the product and processes. Now, our choice was UCD. We took that approach for our educational platform. You may be wondering why. The reason for that is that the end user is a key player in the development process. UCD is a viable choice for our project as we need the design and product to evolve around user needs. We would like to incorporate features into our educational platform that have positive impact on students and their learning experience. The UI should ideally simplify content delivery while facilitating collaboration. User satisfaction is critical to the success of this project, so their feedback must be taken into account at every step of the process. We felt that a strict EDP process would not provide the flexibility needed for an evolving UI design. We used the following UCD modeling techniques for our project: personas, prototyping, experience mapping, and risk analysis. Personas can be used to describe real users. We agreed this was the best user modeling approach for our project. It serves as a great tool for documenting the different ways in which people could interact with our platform. We developed 6 personas for our first iteration, 2 students, 4 faculty. Next, we have prototyping. Prototyping is a great way of trying out new ideas. It provides a nice transition from requirements and conceptual designs to tangible results. The main principle is we have iteration yielding results. We're showing results via deliverables. These should get better as we move through iterations. Prototypes may not reflect the type of quality that is expected of the final product, but it is important to make sure they're good enough so users can provide meaningful feedback that can be used in future iterations. Up next, we have experience mapping. It's all about how do the users feel about their experience. Experience mapping is a strategic process of capturing and communicating complex user interactions. In software development, experience mapping can be used in conjunction with prototypes during each iteration of the design process.
Now we move on to the status of our project. When we started working on the first iteration, we expected to finish by the middle of week 4 with several personas and some rough sketches of the student view. We indeed accomplished this, so we can say we're on schedule. That schedule, however, might see some bumps. During the course of a session-long project, a lot of mishaps can happen. We got the most predictable of them out of the way first: scheduled unavailability. When we first started working, we laid out times when we'd be unable to work on the project for at least 2 days. The advance warning let us work around our schedules. In the event that someone suddenly becomes unavailable or doesn't get their share of work done, we preemptively set deadlines that are a little earlier than necessary. If someone can't or doesn't meet them, we have enough time to divide their work among the rest of us. This way, we stay on schedule. Finally, when we're uncertain about the project requirements, we have 3 easy ways of getting answers. First, by bringing up the issue amongst ourselves, either in a meeting or in the group email. Second, making a forum post. And third, contacting the instructor. We've planned ahead to deal with risks, but what about the project itself? On top of making improvements based on feedback from the discussion board, we plan to refine our research for the second iteration. Our initial models were limited by our own perspectives as students, so we're looking to expand our data with a survey, one for students and one for instructors. With more research, we expect to revise our user models and prototype the instructor UI, which was left out of the first iteration. Thirdly, we aim to unify the design of our pages. Consistency in design is an important usability heuristic. The first iteration lacked it because individual pages were handled by different team members. So while the basic structure was similar, the positioning of certain elements varied. Our second iteration will not have this problem. Given all of these improvements, we expect to have our second iteration completed by the end of week 5. Before then, we'll have posted our survey on education portals. When we do, please take a moment to complete it. We'll very much appreciate your participation. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for future developments from Team S.